12 boxes. That's all that stands between Camp Nou and a fully closed compression ring. And today, every single piece of falsework needed to finish that final stretch is locked into place. Welcome back to Camp Nou Projects. On top of that milestone, the VIP access staircase is completely paved. Sandwich panels are climbing to the second level at South Goal, and the whole site is getting cleared out for its very first test with fans inside. Let's get into everything happening today. We start at Tribuna, where the compression ring is now down to its final 12 small phalange boxes, split evenly across 3 gaps between the remaining pillars, 4 boxes per gap. All the falsework needed to support this final stretch is confirmed in place, including one last piece that was lifted and repositioned today to complete the set. With that falsework secured, the only thing left before boxes can go in is finishing the radial bracing beam structure connecting the 4 central pillars. Notably, this second half of the ring has gone up roughly 3 times faster than the first half. A clear sign of how much more efficient the crews have become after months of repetition since the ring began construction back in December. The staircase leading to the VIP and premium areas here is now finished. Stone tiles cover almost the entire run, with only a small stretch still pending, and the flooring has already been laid at the base of the ramp too. This corridor will be used for the very first time tomorrow, and the finish quality is genuinely sharp. A drainage channel has also been fitted at the base of the stairs to handle rainwater. A small but important detail for a space that's going to see heavy foot traffic on match days. Nearby, on the shop diamond, insulation material has been moved into the interior, and the whole entrance has been fenced off with barriers. Though one broken glass panel was spotted inside during this walkthrough. The ticket booth diamond next door hasn't changed much in a couple of weeks. The glazing support brackets installed back then remain the same, with no new glass panels added since. It's one of the slower corners of the build right now compared to everything else happening around it. The entire perimeter around Tribuna has been cleared of construction material to allow safe pedestrian access for tomorrow's match. From the overlook, you can see the compression ring's remaining gap clearly now. 3 sections, each needing 4 small boxes, all staged and ready to go the moment the bracing structure is finished. It really is remarkable watching this ring come together this close to completion after everything it's taken to get here. Before we move on, please like the video and subscribe for more updates. It genuinely helps this channel keep growing and keeps these updates coming. Over at South Goal, sandwich panels are now going up on the second level of one mobility core, with crews actively fitting new panels along the side and rear faces using the vacuum lift crane. A second nearby section looks primed and painted, likely next in line for panel installation once this current run wraps up. Scaffolding that had supported interior work here is now being taken down, a clear sign this phase of the build is wrapping up for good. A concrete pump remains staged nearby too, presumably for an upcoming pour still needed on this same level. Worth flagging honestly here, some finish damage has appeared on the corner trim pieces near the mobility core facade. There are multiple impact marks visible on the same section, including one that wasn't there during earlier visits. It's a level of wear that's worth being upfront about, since a stadium of this caliber deserves cleaner handling during these final installation stages, and hopefully these get addressed before this section is considered fully finished. Elsewhere at South Goal, louver support brackets that were installed weeks ago in one section still have no anchor points or louvers fitted yet. With no other louvers nearby to connect this stretch to, it's likely just not a current priority for the crews right now. The fully finished louver run in this sector, meanwhile, continues showing off its LED lighting at night, following the successful lighting tests we've covered in recent visits. It's honestly one of the more visually satisfying parts of the whole build these days. Moving into the lateral sector, red fire suppression piping is being routed through the interior spaces destined for future retail units, with much of the run already connected throughout this stretch. Workers continue moving through the diamond near the corner, handling various interior tasks, while block wall construction continues steadily beneath one of the diamonds nearby, with reinforcement bar work ongoing ahead of further concrete pours still to come. At this stage, the difference between the major structural work and the finishing work is becoming more obvious across the stadium. Some areas are still surrounded by active construction equipment and exposed reinforcement, while others are already moving into the final installation and preparation stages. With the Gamper match now just around the corner, the priority is clearly shifting toward making key access routes safe, presentable, and ready for people to use, while the heavier construction work continues in the background. And with only 12 small boxes left for the compression ring, every new visit now feels like another step towards seeing that final gap disappear. The lateral mobility cores now have their louvers fully installed with no remaining gaps anywhere along the run, and protective plastic wrapping is being removed section by section as crews work their way down the line. New anchor hardware is also appearing along beams throughout this stretch. Its exact purpose still isn't fully confirmed, though it may relate to a second level of louvers still to come further down the road. Painting continues on beams throughout lateral too, with one section finally catching up to a neighboring stretch that already has its sandwich panels installed. Crews were also seen adjusting a sandwich panel that didn't initially fit correctly, carefully measuring and repositioning it into place before moving on. LED cabling continues going in section by section along this same corridor, following the same steady pace we've seen across the rest of the louver installation. North goal remains the quietest zone on site today by comparison. The louvers installed here months ago still have no LED fixtures attached, and no new sandwich panels have gone in on the exterior face in roughly 2 to 3 weeks now, even though the interior side of this same core was finished around the same time frame. At the north goal corner, painting continues on structural beams and connection points, prepping this area for eventual louver anchor installation down the line. Though for today's visit, no new compression ring boxes were spotted arriving at this side of the stadium. Inside the stadium, the goalposts were temporarily removed for routine pitch maintenance, a normal step before the surface gets its final trim ahead of tomorrow's match. Seating for the third tier remains unlikely to go in this season, since installing seats only to remove them again later for the roof lift process wouldn't make much sense logistically. Around the stadium's outer perimeter, the ground has been fully cleared and organized, with platform equipment consolidated out of the way to keep pedestrian routes open for tomorrow's crowd. A good sign that the club is genuinely preparing this site for its first real matchday test. That's today's walk around Spotify Camp Nou. The compression ring is down to its final 12 boxes at Tribuna. The VIP staircase is fully paved and ready for tomorrow's Gamper match, and steady sandwich panel and louver progress is continuing across both south goal and lateral. It's genuinely exciting to see how close this stadium is getting to its finished form. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update, likely later this week as the ring closes in on final completion.